Good morning and a very warm welcome to Billy's Travels, or Billy's Non-Travels, because of course we're not with Billy. The Isle of Man special on this, the 30th of March, of course Mother's Day, and a reasonable day, although a bit chilly here on the Isle of Man. Of course we're down at the grandstand where it all happens at the famous TT. I've raced here many times in my racing career. It's some achievement and it's awesome, really is. For those of you who are not bike and oriented, forgive me, but we will be going around the circuit and going out to the seaside. Of course, this is the grandstand here. That's the control tower where it all happens, where the clerk of the course sits. And of course it's a hive of activity the last week in May and the first week in June, and of course again in September for the Classic and the Manx Grand Prix. You set off behind me, just near that double stack porter cabin over there, and set off down Bray Hill, which we'll be doing in a minute in the car. We're taking you down as far as Bessacarr. I'll do a little bit of a commentary as I used to do for my Newcomers weekend. I hope you'll enjoy the ride with us. Then we're going on to Peel. We'll have a cup of coffee at Peel, look around there. And then we're going over the top, over the Slough, towards Port Erin, which is a lovely view over the top there. Just another little note, across the road there is the cemetery, and in the cemetery I've never actually been. There is a wall of some 200 plaques of people that have sadly been killed here, and of course Tim, one of my riders, was killed here a few years ago, so that's the downside of the TT, but for those doubters, it's I won't say it's worth the risk, but it's awesome. It really is. The buzz that you can get around here is second to none. It is the mecca of motorcycle racing, motorcycle road racing, of course. We all know the risks when we take part. It's as simple as that. So do the families that come with us. And of course, to race here, you must be of a certain level, anyway, of expertise. So anyway, less of that, and onward we go in the car. And here we are now. This is, of course, sat in the passenger seat, filming, coming down towards St Ninian's traffic lights, brushing the hedge with your shoulder on the right hand side here, and then across to the traffic lights. Traffic lights are red at the moment. You're aiming for the curb just after the traffic lights as you go down Bray Hill, and then as you crest over here, the front wheel on the 600s and the bigger bikes flicks up in the air. But of course I used to ride twins. They're a bit more docile than the bigger bikes. As fast as you can through here, especially on the flying lap, it's quite a buzz coming through here with all the crowds and everybody waiting for you. And of course there's not as much traffic about on race days. So you'll have to bear with us with the traffic. It gets quite busy, especially down Bray Hill. It gets easier as we get out past Braddon. So you're coming over and you're looking for the curb on the left hand side after the traffic lights, just where that silver car is now. I'm just brushing across here. And then you're looking for two palm trees. There's one on your right hand side, so it's palm tree to palm tree. Just as you come over here, moving over towards the curb here, running down the hill, there's the first palm tree there on the right hand side. Running down the right hand side of the road, and you're looking for the palm tree on the left hand side. Or there's one of these square electric boxes that I used to aim for, and I think it's a second or third lamppost. I think it's a second lamppost down. 1, 2, there, yep, running across to the left hand side here. There's your palm tree in the garden there, look.
Let's hope they don't cut it down.
Yeah, the lights have changed again. So, coming down here, if you look across the right-hand side there, I can't see it now because of the van. Thank you. There's a strip of tarmac on that left-hand side. There, you just want to be on the edge of that, about a metre out from the curb as you come through here. Thank you, Curly. It took me from Saturday it took me about 4 sessions when I first came here to come through here flat out on the 600, which for me in those days was about 155 miles an hour through here. The big bikes are probably 160 plus through here. Coming over the famous Aggo's Leap here, wheel rises up a bit, yeah, and then you're looking for the White House. It's awfully difficult with traffic to see things. We've just found this on the Newcomers weekend. So you're coming up here on the left-hand side of the road towards this White House on the left, peeling off over to the right where those cars are coming towards us, brushing the curb, and then again flicking round to the left where that white van is in front of us now, over to the left-hand side. And there's 3 light bumps where the road comes out here. That's over the first one here, Alexandra Drive. Then it's over the second one, and I used to just get over this third one, bump over there and start braking. First lap down here, nice and steady, of course, full tank of fuel, cold tyres, just go steady around here. Quarter Bridge, of course, nice and steady. I used to take it easy till I come out of Braddon Bridge for the first lap. You've got a full tank of fuel. You say your tyres aren't quite up to temperature, what are they? It's going that way, good. And then round here, just over the roundabout, I'm brushing the recticel on the left-hand side, and then as fast as you can up to Braddon Bridge, past the rugby club, where there'll be all tents and things at TT in the sports ground there. Campers are coming up to Braddon Bridge. I tipped off here my 3rd practice session, just coming too quick on the brakes, tipped off. All was alright and I was up and running again within a day. So towards the oak tree, obviously crossing the right hand side here, chucking it in towards the fence here on the left hand side, just watching as you exit, because the road the front end tends to slip away from you coming out of there. So as I said, the first lap or so, bit gingerly over the roundabout, and then as fast as you can through here, just brushing the wall here at Tracy's, I think they call it, on the left hand side here. Yep, that's it. And on towards Snugborough. This has been resurfaced here, that bit, in previous years. On towards Snugborough top. Again, the big bike's just over this little bit of a crest here, raising the wheel up. And that's 2 miles in. You've only got 35 more miles. That's how big the place is. The course is 37 3/4 miles round per lap. The TT, they do 6 laps. All the other races are 4 laps generally. Peeling off at that lamppost on the right hand side where the pink digger is into here. Keeping away from the brick walls because it's all gravelly and a bit dusty in there. And then running over the arrow on the right hand side where that car's coming over to now is a decent line towards the bus shelter, coming into Union Mills, then tipping across to the left hand wall here and running down towards the pub on the left hand side. And what you're looking for is a sink down into 3rd gear on the twin. It's probably 2nd gear on the 600s, and you're looking for a sink on the left hand side here, just there. That's your peel off point, across to the curb, and then keeping on this just by that white line on the left hand side here over the bridge. I used to roll the throttle coming over there, drift out towards the Spa, pull it back round to the petrol station and away up the hill coming through there, changing gears as you go. In the late August for the Manx Grand Prix, evening sun is a problem coming up here, coming up the Ballahutchin. The sun is quite blinding. I nearly had a whoopsie one night coming up here because I couldn't see where the markers were to peel off for this corner, and lucky enough the sun had disappeared behind the trees just in time. Talking of trees, of course this time of year there's no leaves on the trees. You get here in June and of course it looks completely different. It looks narrower, it looks smaller than what it is at the moment. And of course the Newcomers weekends have just gone. They're this time of year. And of course the rector-cell, a lot of the rector-cell's not up, which also makes it look smaller. Right, there's a sign sticking out the hedge there, camping sign, that's your peel-off point for through there. Pull it over left towards the Glenlock campsite here. There'll be all crowds here in Glenlock campsite. Coming to Ballagary now, quite a fast corner. Of course, Guy Martin tipped off here a few years ago. I nearly did. I got the wheels under the rector-cell. From the sector marshal here, I got a bit of a dressing down in the pub later one night. I tipped it in too early. You don't tip it in early here. I'd bang it down into fifth. Not the first curb, I'd try and aim for the second curb around the corner, there where the traffic lights are, because it tends to push you into this wall on the left-hand side if you don't watch it. And of course you want to come through there as fast as you can, because from now until Greeba Castle is on a twin as fast as you can go. It really is. Just changing up probably about here into top now. Full chat all the way down here. Of course the traffic lights are turned off. You don't have to stop. A fast section now coming along here as well. And generally I could tell on an evening, especially in August, September, if you were going to get a lap in by the cloud on the hill in front of us, and if it was surrounded by mist and fog here, you know on the mountain that it's going to be foggy and the lap's possibly not going to go ahead. You'll only get so far. So it's just an indication of what's ahead. So again, past the church here, all the marshals will be stood in the church grounds here, spectators. And you're looking for the right, on the right hand side, somewhere where that bus is, just past where the bus came, there's a yellow painted, or there used to be a yellow painted wall. No, it's gone. That was my peel off point, so that's gone. Of course, it's a few years ago since I was round here. Again, keeping it away from the wall on the left hand side here, a good metre away, because it's quite gravelly and mucky in there. You don't want to be in there, because you've got to pull it back around this right hand corner here, and you're heading along the right hand side of the road to there's like a bus shelter on the right hand side here with a red post box on. I was always aiming straight for that, and just generally pulling across to the left hand side of the road, up here, up past the pub, and then once you're over this side of the road, just gradually pulling it back over to the right hand side after the pub. They'll be all on an evening and in the afternoons on the pub fence there with pints in their hand, and you're clad in leather, getting rather hot, racing round entertaining them. Generally over to the right hand side of the road, if they're in the middle of the road, it's a bigger jump, quite a jump here, and it blows through here, through the lanes of heaven, I think they call it. So you just trail your foot on the back brake to keep the bike steady, and possibly to keep the front end down, especially on the twin as well. And then we come through here, a series of lefts and rights on the way to Greeba Castle. Now there's a house on the right hand side here, and bless him, Davy Morgan in one of our commentaries said that we should peel off where the dustbins are. I'll show you when we get here. And of course, in race days, there's the dustbin. You see the dustbins? Davy, the dustbins won't be there. Bless him. Sorry, Davy. We had some good times, me and Davy Morgan. Bless him. Coming round here now, pushes you out into the right hand side, pull it back over to the left, and then I hug the curb on the left hand side until it disappears just where that car is now. There, yeah. Peel it over to the right, and that's Greeba Castle done. Next one, is it Appledene? Appledene, yeah. I flick it over to the bus stop here. There's a bus stop and scaffolding usually. No, it's the scaffolding usually here for the marshal's point. Flick it over there and round to where the doggies are. Up by this campsite here, the doggies and the puppies. That's it. And you're going up now to Greeba Bridge, one of my favourite corners on the course. Lovely corner. Keeping over to the left hand side, clip the curb and follow the curb down on the right hand side there, and then down into 5th on the twin. And you want to aim where the wall goes up. It's one level and then it flicks up there, look. That's where I used to aim for. Just a little bit of a wheelie coming over, you just got to watch you don't lose the front end coming out of there as it comes down. And I used to love coming out of there. I was so quick into there. Up towards Harold's on the left hand side here, and another cracking corner coming up before you get to Ballacrane. And that's as far as we're going when we get to Ballacrane. This is Harold's, round to the right hand side, just keep it over the left, flick it over to the right, drift it out towards Harold's here. This is Harold's house on the left hand side here. And then here we are coming up to, forgive me, Gorsley, of course, yes. Late apex for Gorsley, very late apex for me. Some people say it's an early apex, but I was always a very late apex. Very, very fast corner through there. Very is. And then you're on towards Ballacrane traffic lights, where on the course turns right and heads up through the Glenvine section, and we'll be going straight on to Peel. So I'll end this part of the commentary here. Come in here when the trees, there's some silver birches on the left hand side, start breaking easily just here, the silver birches. And at the traffic lights there's some white lines that form an L. You cross between, you go through the section of the road markings. I don't know whether you can see them there, the right angle, and you join it up with the right angle on the other side going round the corner. You'll see when the cars move, you go through that corner there, look, and then you match it up with the other corner as you come through there. So that's as far as we're going on the TT course. Now we're heading west towards Peel. I'll just take you through this little bit through here, because it's once a year through here it gets very busy indeed, because this is where the Manx government sit in July every year, and it's the one time we're sure to have royalty on the island. Generally Princess Anne comes in with a helicopter, stays and has a cup of tea and lunch and disappears again, but she comes onto the island briefly for a few hours. It's on the right hand side here by the church here. You'll see it as we come up. This is Tynwald, there where all the flags are. Quite a pomp and circumstance. There's big bandstands up and everything, and marquees, and of course the pub, the Tynwald here. Now getting back to motorhome, which of course Billy's Travels is all about, and there's a motorhome in the car park. They let you park in the car park, and I do believe there is electric hookup that you can use. I'm not sure if they charge you or whether you're just obliged to have something in the pub. Right, we'll have a break for now and we'll rejoin you when we get to Peel. Bye for now.